Hello and good day, Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Pamela.
I'm Tim.
And we are from supergoodcamping.com. We're here because we're on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy camping adventures such as we have as a family. Today, we're recording this at the beginning of the year 2025. We want to talk a little bit about maybe camping resolutions. Maybe you have some plans or goals of what you would like to do this year that might be advancing your skills from previous years. So we just thought we'd go through some ways you could do some goal setting, things that you could up your game a little bit with your camp.
So for me, one of the things I intend to do this year is plan more trips. I have additional vacation time this year, so I'm going to get out there and do more trips, and I'm going to spend some time looking at sort of bucket list-ish sort of trips and see if I can maybe squeeze one in.
Well, we talked to so many people too, and they're all like, we did the East Coast Trail, it was so beautiful, and we hear all of these fabulous adventures, and it's like, oh, we need to add that to the bucket list.
Bucket list is getting longer. It's not
Yes,
supposed to go like that.
You could improve your camping skills. So maybe if you feel like you have a bit of weakness or something feels particularly challenging to you when you're camping, like, you're not that great at map reading, or you could use some help with cooking, how to cook better in the backcountry. Things like that. Anything you want to do to up your skills. There's all kinds of resources available, like YouTube. You can watch more YouTube videos.
I don't know what you're talking about. Improve your sustainability. We've talked about this before. I'm a big
tree hugger.
We're tree huggers for sure. The moniker fits. Things like plastic. So Pamela got me. They were Cabela's, and I know it's not the right brand, Ziploc bags, but they're heat sealable. So normally I package my dehydrated food in plastic envelopes and vacuum seal them. These are Ziploc versions. So I can package differently. It doesn't have to be a per serving or a 2 serving package. It could be whatever, because I can zip it back up, which will still hold it for, certainly for the amount of time we're in the backcountry. And if I bring them back with me, so good, I can cut the bottom off, fill them again, and vacuum seal it again. So I could, in theory, they're heavy enough. I could get more uses out of. It isn't a single use plastic at that point.
Multiple uses, yeah, we do. Until it gets too teeny tiny, and you can plop one blueberry in it.
Yes.
Anymore. Physical fitness. So we've talked to several people too, as they've talked about a particular adventure that they are planning on, and they've said, yeah, we had to train for that. We had to carry around heavy backpacks around the block in the city while we were kind of getting ready or preparing, or just working out more, going to the gym more, running more, hiking more, doing things so that they were mentally and physically prepared for the difficulty.
I think Sherry mentioned something about stairs near their house. Sherry from Beauty of the Backcountry mentioned training on a set of stairs that is close to their home, just to make sure that her legs are in better shape. I think she was worried about having to lug Jay out of the woods. I think you get left behind, Jay, just saying. Safety. Yeah, that's a good one. And preparedness, I suppose. Let's go preparedness first. Make sure that when you have a checklist for loading your stuff up, so you don't do things like forget your paddles, or you wanted to take, the weather is looking kind of crappy.
Are we looking at Jay and Sherry again?
We are. It's 2 tarps, because you looked at the weather and you went, you know what, one over the tent and one over by the fire pit wouldn't be a bad idea. Make sure you do that. So there's preparedness. Safety wise, make sure that you've got a first aid kit. You've got some first aid training, that your first aid kit has up-to-date medication in it, not stuff like, I went through ours about 3 years ago and found stuff that was 10 years old. So maybe not doing what it's supposed to do anymore.
Yeah, so goals, just look over your equipment, make sure that things are in good shape and you're prepared.
Yep.
And then drag in other people out. Try to get other people engaged in camping. Try to get your friends and your family. And, the funny thing is, like, I was not a big camper before I met Tim. I'd gone once with our family to Niagara Falls camping when we were kids, and once in a tent trailer with my aunt and uncle. And I've been, I don't know how many times now, at least probably 20 times we've been camping since we've known each other. And it's awesome. So anyway, people don't know what they don't know. They don't know that it's going to make them feel more relaxed. They don't know that how much they're going to enjoy being out in nature. They don't know the beauty of a campfire and sitting around and enjoying food at the end of the day after you've
decompressing,
done a paddle and whatever. So yeah, anyway, so maybe you can make it a goal this year to drag some of your friends and family out.
I'm not averse to doing that. It means I get out there more, right? Journaling. So I'm a hit and miss on it. Sometimes I take really good notes, and sometimes it's knuckle down and go, go, go on the trip. And I don't take as many notes, although I do tend to take boatloads of pictures, and I can usually remember the things when I look through the pictures later. But journaling's not a bad idea, especially if maybe you're going to do that trip again, or some part of that trip again. Then you'll have notes to say, this campsite was good. This campsite had, there was nowhere that was flat. It all had, a tilt to it. So you have feet full of blood, or you have a head full of blood, depending on where you put your tent. There's lots of online resources where you could contribute to say exactly that about, or when you're looking for the portage, despite where the symbol is, it's actually you need to veer a bit to the right of that, or whatever.
Yes, documenting your trips, whether that's by photography, by video,
Yep.
by journaling,
Yep.
by writing. So you don't have to, if you're not into writing, maybe you prefer to take pictures. And then giving back to nature. So you can join like Friends of Algonquin, something like that, where you go in. And I know they're with Algonquin specifically, you can pick a trail and you hike that trail, and then you kind of clean up if you notice empty water bottles or whatever has been strewn about the trail, which is sad, but still you can contribute to making those parks be a better place for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm sure I've told a number of times stories about just, you get to a site and you find 14 grills, or there was one where you found a bunch of fry pans. It was like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? But yes, you can give back by lugging that stuff back out with you. It'd be nice if the people who took it in lugged it out. And then, yes, I'm giving you an evil eyeball if you're listening.
And pushing your comfort zones. So maybe you want to. I mean, you've done lots of camping, and this is where you always go, and this is what you always do, and it's always a summer trip, and maybe you want to try a winter trip instead this year. Maybe you want to try, if you always gone with other people, try a solo. And again, coming back to Jay and Sherry, because we just talked to them recently. Sherry did a solo trip, and she said, she wanted to feel like she was confident being able to do that if, heaven forbid, something ever happened and she had to get them out on her own. She wanted to feel comfortable knowing she could do that.
Yeah, or you could do, we did that, the one in the Massasauga there in the fall. That was a one site. Maybe we do one where we do two sites,
Tim's always pushing me out of my comfort zone.
See, there you go.
And or you could do something a bit more remote, but you just want to make sure that you're prepared to get the skills and stuff. Make sure that you know what you're doing.
And that could be that you could factor that in with your bucket list thing, where it's, for me, it might be go hike, Jasper. I don't know that I would do hiking all that well, but that's kind of, you could do that sort of deal.
So that's it. Do we have specific resolutions? We probably should.
I don't. Camping
that's
more.
Going to always
more.
Camp more. And we'll try, like as Tim said, we did a Massasauga trip that was pretty simple, and that was because of me. But maybe we'll make it be a little bit more challenging this year.
Hey, listen, if it gets you out, I'm good with it.
All right. And that's it for us for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please do check us out on all of the social media, and we would love if you subscribe to us on YouTube. It helps us if you download the episodes and listen to the download versus just listening to it online. And if you would like to talk to us, we'd be happy to talk to you. So please talk to us on any of the social media, or also email us at supergoodcamping. We are at hi@supergoodcamping.com. That's hi@supergoodcamping.com. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.